Wasted Away in Margaritaville, which is a perfect song for today being National Tequila Day. There's a day for everything. And you know what? So what better reason to change the deck around a little bit and have Foxwoods Resort Casino come to you. This is a first, Steve Armitage. This has never happened before.
Well, it's a pleasure.
Well, it's nice to have you here. He is the bartender, the main guy over at View 24, which is that really fantastic, and I've eaten here, fantastic restaurant way up high, 24 floors. And let me just ask you before we get into all this stuff with the tequila and making margaritas, how's the world of Foxwoods these days?
Well, we're doing our best to keep everybody safe. So social distancing, we're doing gloves, masks, and you've got to keep your mask on the whole time there. But besides that, it's pretty much like it used to be.
Yeah?
All the machines are going, everybody's having a good time. And it's always good for tequila.
All right, we're going to make some margaritas today. And the thing that I've noticed about any margarita is that the sky's the limit when it comes to creativity, right? Right. Okay, so we're going to start with a couple of basic tips, and he'll give us some tips along the way as he's making them. And then maybe you'll get a little, we'll see what your moxie's all about, all right?
Well, your basic margarita is what we're going to do today, because we're going to celebrate the tequila more than the fruit flavors.
Because the fruit flavor is obviously divest away from the tequila in question, especially if you're using a solid tequila, which you want to do.
Right. So you got your choices of tequilas. You got a Blanco or a Silver.
Right.
You've got a Reposado, and you've got an Añejo. Difference being
three of four different types, right?
Yeah. Well, you can go even further than that.
Okay.
But
all right.
the three big difference is this one is not aged at all.
Okay.
So that's distilled and put straight into the bottle.
Okay.
This one, Reposado, means rested. So that's sitting for anywhere from 2 months to 11 months in an oak barrel.
Okay.
Much the same way they do brandies and whiskeys and all the rest of it.
Okay.
And then Añejo means it's been aged over a year.
Okay.
And that's different. So more caramels and more vanilla notes will come out of the oak barrels for the aged ones, whereas the Silvers have very clean taste.
Okay.
So we'll start with the Silver today.
All right. When you are when you're sipping something, you want to go with the older, the more stylish stuff.
Absolutely.
Right. But for something like a margarita, the clearer, it didn't sit, it's ready to rock and roll.
Right, and it's not going to affect your flavor of them, but it's personal taste.
Right. Okay.
And then we're going to use Cointreau, or you can use triple sec.
Okay.
Cointreau's a nicer version of it.
Sure.
A little higher alcohol for those then. And then this is fresh squeezed lime juice and simple syrup.
Okay.
Now, that's your classic. Sour mix is what you've seen it as most places.
Can I tell you, I've seen simple syrup for sale at the supermarket.
Yeah.
It's easy to do, right?
Well, you've got to take, what people forget is the simple syrup, you have to boil it, because you got to get the sugar to melt into the water to make it into a syrup.
Right.
You can't just stir sugar and water, it does not work.
But if you reduce it, how much? What do you...
Well, you sort of got to do it as it... when I've done it, I've always just kept mixing.
All right, okay. I laugh at that every time. Like, come on, people. You can't be that lazy.
So there's one that's salted.
Salted? All right.
And that's the choice again.
This is a standard classic margarita. All right, so we got that one. So let's go to the second one. We've got about a minute left.
All right.
So, cheers to you. I'm going to wait.
My big difference would, we're going to do the classic standard. However, a lot of people nowadays not too keen on all the sugars and everything. So instead of doing the simple syrup, we're just going to squeeze a lemon.
Okay.
We're going to squeeze a lime.
All right.
Then we're going to add our tequilas.
So no simple syrup.
No simple syrup this time.
A little cal.
No sugar. Little in the Cointreau. If you want less, use less.
Right.
Now to take out a little of that acid that's coming in there, you get some orange juice. And you just put a touch in there, and that mellows that out that little bit of
Listen to that. So there you go. You can have a margarita and cut the calories and cut the sugar intake.
And if you notice, it even comes out to almost the same color.
I was just going to say, that is absolutely
but you've
the same stuff.
Eliminated that simple syrup, and you've made yourself a much neater drink. And then you can taste them and find out.
I love that. You can find Steve over at View 24. He's wandering all around Foxwoods, which is a big joint. But it's like, where's Waldo? If we find you, then it's good.
I'll be around.
So I will hand that one to you.
All right.
You get the locale one. Cheers. Cheers, my friend. That's socially distanced cheering, right there. Yeah. And I'll drink this as soon as I pull the mask down. We have a timeout right now. By the way, you couldn't tell. during the whole segment. Oh, there he goes. There was Max underneath under the table going, yeah, I want in on this National Tequila Day too, don't you? That's never happened either. When we come back, a look at the forecast. Stick around.